G'day everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Yesterday we spoke to Tarita, and today I'm excited to introduce you to another Indigenous Olympian, Beki Smith from the Yuin tribe. I'd first like to acknowledge the traditional custodians on the land on which we're all on today across the country, and pay respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders joining us from their homes. I pay respects to elders both past, present and emerging, and celebrate the rich diversity of Aboriginal people across the country that still have a continuing connection to land, sea and water. G'day Beck, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Yeah, hi Kyle. Awesome, thanks. Yeah, it's exciting to be here and having a yarn with you.
Great to see you on NAIDOC week. What does NAIDOC mean to you?
Yeah, I guess NAIDOC week is just like a week of, really a platform where we can celebrate our culture, our history and our future, and it's something that we can share with the rest of Australia, so it's a really special week.
What do you do on this week?
Lots of different things. So obviously here talking to you and, celebrate with family and, educate my little man a little bit more around culture and, getting him involved. He's 7, so the more that I can get him, linked in with, mob, the better. So that's what I try and do in NAIDOC week.
And is he doing things at school? Do the school get involved with NAIDOC week?
Yeah, they do. So they had a flag raising ceremony. They've got a little Indigenous bush garden that they go into and learn more about there. And, they have an elder come out and talk to them. So it's quite a special week for the kids as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, I got a little 7-year-old boy as well. So
oh, yeah.
It's great to see them celebrate and be proud of who they are.
That's so nice.
So Beck, moving into your athletics, how did you get involved with athletics and what was the beginnings for you?
Yeah, I started relays at the age of 7 and just absolutely loved it. The different events, the different distances in running, I saw it as a huge challenge. And then, at the age of 10, got into race walking, and that was the event that I really fell in love with and the one that I guess I was best at without having to try as hard as in the other events. And so I steered towards that one, and the rest is history.
Well, I got disqualified in Little Ass in the walk every week, and I had to find the hurdles. So I'm glad you found the walk. I had to find hurdles.
Oh man, hurdling, I couldn't do that one, that's for sure. So both two really technical events and complete kind of opposite techniques, so it's quite interesting.
Oh, fantastic. Beck, what does it mean to be the only Indigenous race walker for Australia?
Yeah, I think, it's something that I'm super honoured and proud to have done. It's nice to be the first of something in anything you do, but at the same time, I would love to see more of us out there representing Australia in race walking and, with the talent of our youngsters, in community, I know they can do it. So it's just about providing those resources to those kids and getting them, getting them on that stage. But yeah, look, I hope that I can lead the way and, if somebody else is as passionate about race walking as I am, I hope that they, they can follow in my footsteps and then, soar past me as well.
Awesome. Which Indigenous athletes or people inspired you when you were younger?
Yeah, well, it's funny, I guess, sitting across from you or, on the screen talking to you, Kyle. But for me, growing up, there was a big 4 of yourself, Patrick Johnson, Kathy Freeman and Nova Paris, obviously. And so, that was like somewhat of a golden era in Indigenous athletics, when you guys were coming through the ranks, and definitely helped me pave the way to be able to know that if you guys can do it, I can do it. And hopefully we can continue that journey on.
So Beck, what have been some of your experiences as an Indigenous athlete?
Yeah, I think there's been some highs and lows in being an Indigenous athlete. I guess the highs are, we're quite a small little group of us, being 52 of us, but, the lows are that there should be more of us. So, again, I think being able to have this platform in this space is just a way for me to lead and, come together with, the likes of yourself and other Indigenous athletes to hopefully, I guess, make the experiences a little bit nicer and a little bit easier and have pathways that we can link in with these youngsters to get them, up and running and hopefully achieving their goals like we have.
And you've got a great job with AIM. Tell us about the work you do with young people on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I love working with AIM. So I'm currently the program manager for the ACT region. And for those that don't know what AIM is, it's the Australian Indigenous Mentoring Experience. So essentially we go out into high schools and mentor young Indigenous kids to, give them the confidence to achieve their dreams, whether that's in sport, whether that's in education. It doesn't matter. We just provide the tools to give them, that platform and teach them that, and others that, if we give these young Indigenous kids a platform to shine, they definitely will.
And are you hopeful that our next generation is going to be our next doctors, lawyers, athletes?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And just working with the young kids, I see the potential and the motivation and the fierceness of them. And so sometimes I used to worry about my little man growing up as a young white Indigenous man, but when I go into the schools, I know he's safe. So I'm very proud to see that in our young kids today.
Fantastic. So Beck, with NAIDOC week this year and the theme, it's always was, always will be. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, this one's a really special theme, I think, and it's just about acknowledging Australia's true history, and it's not about like putting anyone else down, but it's more about our history and where we've come from as a nation and as a country, and then when we can acknowledge that, then we're a force to be reckoned with in the future. So yeah, I really love this year's theme, that's for sure.
So Beck, if you could leave a message for Indigenous kids out there, what would it be?
Yeah, this one's, I had a little bit to think about this one, and I think, if you want to get into athletics or, you have a passion in a particular event, find those coaches and find those athletes around you, or even, interstate that you might, see a connection with, and reach out to those guys, reach out to myself if you're interested in wanting to race walk, and, I can steer you in the right direction there. Just reach out and stay strong, and you'll get there.
Well, Beck, I just want to say thank you for joining us today, and thanks for sharing, a bit about your life, your career, and, I want to wish you all the best because you're not retired yet, you're still going, and, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the Australian team in the near future.
No, thanks, Kyle. Happy NAIDOC week, everyone.